There's something strange about Seattle rain. It washes everything away. Blood, lies, and sometimes even people. My name is Evelyn Vance, and the world once knew me as a successful businesswoman. But today, I'm just a woman trapped inside a glass mansion. People who look at this house from the outside always say, "Wow, what a beautiful, smart mansion." What they don't know is, this house is actually a living grave. And the man who built this grave for me was my own husband, Julian Vance. 8 years ago, he was a failed architect. He had big dreams, but empty pockets. I believed in him. I paid off his debts, built a company in his name, gave him the life he could only dream of. And in return, he planned to kill me. 2 months ago, my car went flying off a mountain road outside Seattle. The police called it an accident, but I still remember the last thing I saw. Rain crashing against the windshield, the car spinning out of control, and in the rearview mirror, I saw Julian, smiling. That's when I realized, the brakes didn't fail. Someone made sure they failed. I survived. But for Julian, that became a problem. He thought I was supposed to die, and when I didn't, he came up with a second plan. He told the world that the accident had paralyzed my legs, and left me mentally unstable from trauma. Then he locked me inside this house. Everyone believed he was taking care of me, but the truth, he was slowly killing me. Every night, he brought me a glass of water and my vitamins. He'd gently stroke my hair and whisper, "These are good for you, Evie." At first, I felt strange. My hands started going numb. My thoughts became foggy. My body weaker every day. Then I figured it out. Scopolamine, the devil's breath. A drug so dangerous it strips away your willpower. People stay alive, but lose control of their own bodies. Julian wanted to turn me into a lifeless shell, so my death would look natural. But he forgot one thing. I was Evelyn Vance, the woman who built one of America's most advanced private security firms. And his biggest mistake, he designed this smart house using my old source code. He thought I had forgotten everything, but I remembered every single line. At first, I really was weak. My nerves had been damaged, but I was never truly paralyzed. I hid the fact that I could still walk, because if you want to catch a predator, you have to make him feel safe first. I pretended to swallow the pills, then learned how to spit them out afterward. Every day, I quietly regained my strength. And then, one night, Julian made the biggest mistake of his life. He thought I was deeply asleep. Around 1 in the morning, I heard soft laughter outside my bedroom door. Bridget. I knew her. She was the financial consultant at my company. But in reality, she had been stealing confidential files for months and sleeping with my husband. Standing outside my door, Bridget said irritably, "How much longer, Julian? I'm sick of looking at this woman's face." Julian laughed. The same laugh I'd seen before my car crashed. Then he said, "Just 2 more weeks." Dr. Mitchell already agreed to sign the death certificate. Heart failure. Simple. Clean. Legal. Bridget asked softly, "And after that?" Julian smiled. "This house, her company, and the $30 million in her accounts, all of it will be ours." Under the blanket, my fingers curled into a fist. 8 years of love, worth only $30 million. That was the moment I made my decision. I wasn't going to die. I was going to destroy them. That same night, I used my hidden phone to access the house's main server. And then I activated Ghost Protocol, a system I had designed years ago for experimental psychological warfare. And now, that same system was about to become my husband's personal hell. The first night, at a.m., a whisper echoed through the house speakers. "Why did you kill her?" Julian jolted awake. He searched the entire house, found nothing. Then the next night, the temperature in his bedroom suddenly shot up to 104 degrees. He woke up drenched in sweat. 10 seconds later, the room became freezing cold. He didn't sleep at all that night. And me? I watched him through the security cameras. Fear eats people alive from the inside. Then I made my next move. I sent fake emails to Bridget from Julian's account. "After Evelyn, you're next. I need a younger partner." Bridget panicked. The fights between them started immediately. Trust began to crack. And once criminals stop trusting each other, their destruction begins. But Julian was getting impatient. He decided tonight would be the end. He brought Bridget with him, so she could be a witness. At midnight, they entered my room. The bed was empty. Bridget screamed, and suddenly, the lights went out. Then, clank! Every door and window sealed shut behind iron shutters. The house had become a steel prison. What the hell is this? Julian screamed. Suddenly, every screen on the walls lit up. Videos started playing. Footage of Julian tampering with my brakes. Recordings of his affair with Bridget. Their murder plans. Bank transfers. Everything. Bridget stared at him in horror. You said there was no evidence. Then my voice echoed through the entire house. Calm. Cold. Deadly. Julian, you built this house for me, didn't you? To cut me off from the world? Few seconds of silence passed. Then I said, now look at it. This house is your grave. At that exact moment, the ventilation system shut down. The carbon dioxide levels are rising every minute. In 20 minutes, both of you will pass out. Bridget collapsed into hysterical tears. Julian pounded on the doors like a madman. Evelyn, please. But the game wasn't over yet. I had one final move left. Oh, and one more thing. A live icon suddenly appeared across every screen. The Seattle police, and millions of people online, are watching all of this live. Their faces turned white. They were no longer just killers. They had become monsters exposed before the entire world. 15 minutes later, the police broke through the house's emergency override system. As the doors opened, Julian and Bridget were lying on the floor gasping for air. And then, I appeared at the end of the hallway. My wheelchair slowly came to a stop. Hope flashed across Julian's face. Maybe he still believed. I was weak. Then I stood up, slowly, steadily, and walked toward him. The color drained from Julian's face. I stopped in front of him, then quietly said, "You thought I was invisible, Julian." I leaned closer, looked straight into his eyes, and whispered, "But you forgot something. I'm the one who gave you your identity." A few seconds of silence passed. Then I delivered the final blow. I built you, and today, I destroyed you. The police dragged him away in handcuffs. He was screaming, crying, broken, and for the first time, I wasn't afraid of him anymore. I only felt disgust. Revenge is never sweet. It's poison, but sometimes, if you stay silent, the world buries you alive. Remember this. When you push a person too far, sometimes they don't break apart. Sometimes, they become a weapon powerful enough to destroy your entire world. And Julian learned that lesson far too late. If you stood with Evelyn's revenge, type one word in the comments, justice. And if you want more cinematic revenge stories like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because in the next story, the victim may be someone else. But revenge? Revenge is always dangerous.